This is the Core 2 admin, the listings page. First, I'll just point out it is a work in progress, which is actually exactly why we would love for your guys' feedback and to help us as a collaborative process. It also does have mock data right now because this project hasn't been passed over to our backend devs to actually hook it up to real data, but it should be, yeah, it should have what we need to look at here. So you'll recognize this page is really similar to the Core 1 products page. But it is, as I said, a work in progress. So we can definitely add things or alter things or whatever with your guys' feedback. So let's see. Yeah, I'll give a quick overview of the different areas. So we have the category filters right here, and it's a little bit different than Core 1 in that in Core 1 there was like a product type drop down over here, but these are actually nested. So the product type is actually within the same thing. And then we have the categories within that. Let's see here. Yeah, so the filters, we have basically the same filters here that contextually update as the product type is selected. So you can see like right here, it's like select a product type to see these specific ones. So if I select like magic singles, then I get these contextual filters right here, just as you would expect. This also indicates how many you have categories you have selected here, and these tabs will update with how many filters you've set on these different ones here, which is similar to Core 1. Unlike Core 1, this has a little bit of a little enhancement in that if you go to change like a product type here, it notifies you that these are going to actually be reset, because in Core 1, it just sort of does it for you and you don't realize. So yeah, that's a nice little enhancement there. Just a second here. I did want to show one quick little thing. It's just kind of it's just an idea, just see what you guys think. But these fields have like a little quick select thing. So you can actually quickly select maybe common values for different things. We can either remove that if you guys don't like it, or we can tweak it. But these are, yeah, that just might save you a little bit of time. And then, of course, obviously, you can type in a value or do different things here. We also have, it's just sort of a minor thing that there are keyboard shortcuts. You can hold Shift to go up like this, and you can hold Alt for $1 and so on. Some of these different fields have different ability to alter things in steps like that. Okay, another thing that's a big improvement is that it has the clear all and the search kind of sticky right here. So in Core 1, when you were up at the top, a lot of times you wouldn't see the search button. So now that sticks there until you scroll down, and then it's like in place, but you always will see it even if your screen is short or small. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, batch update. We are gonna kind of have to review that a little bit more, but because some of the stuff in batch update will be different in Core 2 than it will be in Core 1. So that's kind of a pending thing there. All right, so product table. One improvement we have is that the top of the table sticks now. So as you scroll down, you can still have that guide of what the columns are. Just makes it a little bit easier. We also have the column backgrounds and the row backgrounds and everything. So it's just much easier for your eye to scan across and follow where you are. Okay, and then we have the pricing data pop up. This one doesn't work on this demo here, but we could definitely show you that, I think, after this demo, if we have that working. It's a really robust, good view of the data for products there. And then we have the Visor link now on these, which I don't know if you guys are familiar, but basically Visor is like a quick access to product data. It's just like a really good way to quickly drill in and see pricing history, quantity, different things that pertain to your inventory and network inventory data, sales listings, all kinds of stuff that you can do here. So that's a really powerful way to quickly see that from anywhere within this page. Another thing that is new is, I don't know if you guys have seen the collaborative catalog, but that demo, basically this right here pulls in this form where you can actually suggest edits. So you'll be able to click on any of these, suggest an edit, and submit it, and then it will go into the collaborative catalog area where people will be able to kind of review and vote on that. So that is going to be accessible directly from here, which is really nice. You'll have the activity log there. All right. And what Eric was showing a minute ago, where you can select, oops, sorry, where you can select these. Yeah, so I made a small tweak because there will be multiple different actions you'll be able to do. So I have it as like this. So this is what he just showed there. Oops. All right. Okay. All right. So down here, I did want to show one thing and get feedback because there was an idea that we had a while back for the optimum quantity. Let me pull this up. Okay, so this is just a Figma design from a while back. So an idea that we had, it was based on some feedback from someone in the past who said that they didn't want to mess around with setting optimum quantity per variant, and they instead wanted to set an optimum quantity on the product. And then they could just choose which variants they wanted or not. So the optimum quantity would be reached basically by buying any combination of the ones that they wanted to buy. So in this example, it's like they want 16 of this product, and then they just selected which variants they wanted to buy, and it would just be whatever combination that that people sold to them. So that's one idea. And so the optimum quantity was not at the variant level. But then in the way it is currently in Core 1, you have the optimum quantity per variant, and then and then you just buy that quantity of those. So I was just kind of wanted to get your guys' feedback on which one of those makes more sense to you or you would prefer. Um, so yeah, because right here it's not correct yet. So I wanted to get feedback on that. Maybe we can talk about that after I go through the rest of this. Okay, so yeah, we do need to talk a little bit more about these rows here for the variants with the pricing and stuff because we will have the new pricing tool, so that will interact with some of these, and we might need to talk about how we'll display the different information and make it clear what's going on with the prices, so that's intuitive. So we'll come back to that. Let's see, just 1 second here. Okay, one other thing I wanted to talk about is the mobile. So was kind of curious what your guys' thoughts are on what you would want to be able to do on, say, a mobile phone or a really small device if you would want to be able to access all of the functionality and be able to do everything, which I'm assuming yes. Um, so one key issue with mobile is obviously it doesn't lend itself well to this sort of table layout with all this information. I did have an idea I just wanted to kind of throw out there, which is that on small devices, since we can't show like the table all the way across, potentially each product could become sort of like a card layout, basically. So just typical, like how you'd imagine a mobile thing would be, where it'd be like the product would be a card, and then it would have the key information that you need to see and things you need to do, and potentially depending on how much information and things there are, we could have like accordions to expand it out or overlays that come up for different features that you drill down, since obviously it would be kind of hard to show like everything. That would add a lot of scrolling. So anyway, just throwing the idea out there for potential mobile experiences. um, yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Just wanted to get any questions, comments, feedback, ideas, really anything. We just really want to collaborate with you guys and make sure that we make this, the best we can for you. So,
Is there a possibility to add a field of cost and not by price? So, like, I like to have my cost on a Magic Booster box logged in the system so that my staff knows what we paid for it, and if there needs to be wiggle room, they can take a look and adjust it, right? But I don't want that necessarily in the buy price section because I don't want to necessarily always buy a magic box from someone. You know what I mean? Like, I also don't want that out there ever potentially for someone to find. So, is there a way that we can put that somewhere that's not that?
Yeah, so that is something that I forgot to mention is that we are going to talk about that. We had some different ideas, kind of have to have a little bit more internal meeting about it, but one idea that we had a while back was that when you're adding a quantity, like if you clicked up right here, it would ask you how much you paid for that, and then you would add it in, and there were going to be like fields that would show the different cost and average and total cost and such. Another idea is that we might have like a basically a cost of goods mode or page basically where it just shows like everything that you've added and you can literally just go through everything that you've added and just sort of knock it out. And there'd be like a cost of goods calculator feature that would help you break things out if you had bought like multiple things at once and you wanted to kind of quickly and easily do that and distribute the costs in. So yeah, that's kind of a discussion in progress.
Cool. And to answer your question from before, at least for the singles, I would imagine that the optimum quantity should be broken down by uh the condition of the card, not just the total amount.
Core one, where it just has you just set it per variant right here, per condition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that makes sense.
more sense to me where, if you don't want, like right here, if you don't want to buy any LP, let's say, you have that option, just leave it at zero and only put in near mint. Um, Condition does matter to players and collectors. So I think not being transparent about that would cause more problems than not.
Yeah, totally. I appreciate that. That does make sense. I think we should definitely keep it like this. Okay, cool. Thank you. Right. Any other comments, questions, ideas, really anything?
How is this going to integrate with the future ability to scan products into the inventory? Is that going to feed straight into this and manage it?
So, I don't know if we're able to demo basically, I can't demo it right here on this thing. I could probably switch over, but
Oh,
oops.
I'm not looking for a demo. It's just more like
Right. Well,
asking the process would be.
yeah, like taking the you mean like taking photos of the cards with the app, the Smart Snap app and Quick Add and stuff like that? Is that
Yeah, and that's going to feed straight into here, is what I'm asking, I guess.
so the way as far as I know, the way it goes is it creates like a batch and then you go review the batch and then once you fill out the info and confirm it, then it would become part of yeah, then it would become part of this. So you have to like work through the batches as you add the stuff in.
Okay, so it's like a purchase order. You just have to confirm and toss it in. That makes sense.
Did I don't know if anyone had any thoughts or comments on the mobile experience that I was describing. If not, that's fine. But it was just kind of an idea I wanted to get thoughts on. Cool. Well, I appreciate everyone letting me demo that and the feedback. And yeah, that's really useful. And if anyone thinks of anything later, feel free to, post in Facebook or message us, and we're happy to talk to you about it or get your feedback.